The war of words between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis has been simmering for a while, but things hit a boiling point when Shakur went off on Davis during an Instagram Live. When you have two undefeated fighters exchanging jabs outside the ring, it feels like a future showdown is written in the stars. Adding fuel to the fire, Gervonta's trainer took shots at Stevenson, criticizing his level of competition, while Shakur didn't hold back in firing shots of his own. Let's dive into this brewing rivalry that could set the stage for one of boxing's most anticipated clashes. Shakur Stevenson has made it clear that a mega fight between himself and Gervonta Davis is not a matter of if, but when. The two undefeated champions have exchanged their share of verbal jabs, and Stevenson views their eventual clash as something much bigger than just another blockbuster fight.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever you can share.
It's kind of bigger than boxing, I guess you could say, because like the history and like everything that went on. It's hard to even speak on it just because of the fact that we gotta fight. So
for Stevenson, this potential showdown transcends the sport, carrying historical significance due to the paths both fighters have taken to reach the top. Despite the weight of such a matchup, Stevenson believes the fight is inevitable. This hypothetical super bout would see two lightweight world champions in their prime colliding. Davis, with an undefeated record of 30-0, including 28 one-way tickets straight to the Dead Sea, holds the WBA title, while Stevenson at 22-0 with 10 attempted murders reigns as the WBC champion. Stevenson firmly believes that the fight is destined to happen, as both men are at the pinnacle of the division.
You feel that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm the best, he the best. So you got two guys that's the best, how can you not fight?
In Shakur's view, only an unexpected loss for either fighter could prevent the matchup. He sees both himself and Davis as elite competitors, making the fight not only logical but unavoidable. As far as timing is concerned, Stevenson considers the bout possible at any point, whether it happens next or in the near future.
Only way you could not fight if one of them guys ain't like that and somebody go off to lose or somebody take an L. But I think like with both of us, we both fighters that's really good fighters.
Stevenson has also acknowledged Davis's skill set, commending him not just for his knockout power, but for his boxing intelligence. He has pointed out Davis's ability to set traps and outthink opponents in the ring, traits developed through years of experience. He has used Davis's recent victory over Frank Martin as an example of this strategic approach. Stevenson noted that Davis capitalized on Martin's inexperience, allowing him to exhaust himself before taking over and finishing the fight decisively in the later rounds.
Nah, he's strategic. He's setting guys up. He been boxing since a little kid, just like I've been boxing since a little kid. And you can tell like with the experience. Even with his last fight with Frank Martin, you can see Frank Martin was more so an amateur. Like the experience he got is not on the level of like Tank, and he just took off with experience. He let him waste his energy, gassed him out, and then round 8, right. Okay, it's time to go home.
For Stevenson, the potential clash with Davis is not just a test of their skills, but a chance to cement their legacies as two of the greatest fighters in the sport.
When would you like to see that fight happen?
Whenever. I think that I'm ready for it, he ready for it, we both in our primes. It can happen next, it can happen next year, it can happen whenever he say, let's fight.
Gervonta Davis, on the other hand, does not seem overly concerned about a potential matchup with Stevenson. When a reporter mentioned Shakur's name, stating that he's a strong competitor who could give Tank a good fight, the Baltimore native appeared unimpressed with his potential foe's skill set. While Davis acknowledged that Stevenson is talented, he didn't offer much praise beyond that. He criticized Shakur's lack of power to finish fights before the final bell and questioned what would happen if Stevenson faced a deadly striker like himself, someone capable of shutting the lights off with a single shot.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you're going to get hit.
While fans and journalists are eager to see these two fighters clash in the boxing ring, Tank seems to be growing increasingly annoyed with the constant mentions of this potential matchup. At one point, Davis confronted a reporter who brought up Shakur Stevenson's name, asking for his opinion on the matter. In classic Davis fashion, he responded by questioning whether the reporter was from New Jersey, implying that this might be the only reason for bringing up Stevenson during the interview.
Shakur Stevenson.
Why you keep bringing up Shakur?
He's fighting.
Mad fighters out here. I'm fighting Shakur. I'm fighting Lamar. You keep bringing up Shakur, bro. Get out of here. You from New Jersey or something?
No, I'm from here, from DC.
Yeah, what's the problem? That's probably why. I will Shakur up and that nigga.
Shakur Stevenson is working to boost his popularity and prepare for a potential matchup with Tank Davis. His stock has taken a hit following lackluster performances against Artem Harutyunyan and Edwin de los Santos, making it crucial for him to regain momentum. Stevenson was scheduled to make the second defense of his WBC lightweight title against Joe Cordina at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on October 12, 2024. Boxing fans have criticized Shakur for choosing Cordina as his opponent, citing several reasons. After Cordina's 8th-round knockout loss to Anthony Cacace on May 18th, many believe that defeating the 32-year-old former IBF super featherweight champion would do little to enhance Stevenson's reputation. No matter how dominant Stevenson might be against Cordina, critics argue it won't surpass Cacace's performance, as the Irish fighter completely overwhelmed Cordina in their bout, battering him to the 8th-round stoppage. Coming off the first defeat of his career, Cordina lost his IBF super featherweight world title to Cacace in that fight. This decision did not go unnoticed by Gervonta Davis's camp. Davis's assistant coach Kenny Ellis mocked the matchup on Instagram, sarcastically promoting the fight. Ellis called the Shakur vs. Cordina bout huge and urged fans to grab their tickets quickly, posting, "Huge fight coming up, Shakur Stevenson vs. Joe Cordina. Get your tickets now." Upon hearing Ellis's comment, Stevenson wasted no time responding on social media. He posted a screenshot highlighting Ellis's daughter's 7-3 record, playfully captioning it, "Come on, at Coach Kenny Ellis, stay focused." Stevenson took the opportunity to jab at the record, hinting that 3 losses in 10 fights were far from impressive. Despite all the drama, on September 11, 2024, it was announced that Stevenson suffered a hand injury and the fight was canceled. Anyway, Gervonta's co-trainer has dismissed the idea that a potential fight between Davis and Shakur Stevenson would be evenly matched. As discussions about a showdown between the two champions gain momentum, following Davis's dominant win over Frank Martin in June, Ellis provided a detailed breakdown of why Davis should be seen as the clear favorite. According to Ellis, the key difference lies in their ability to end fights with power. He pointed out that while both Gervonta and Stevenson are highly skilled boxers with exceptional fight IQ, Davis's knockout power sets him apart. Ellis painted a scenario where Tank might find himself trailing in a fight, needing something extraordinary to turn the tide. In such a situation, he believes Davis's devastating punching ability, the so-called hammer, would be the game changer that could rescue him from trouble. In contrast, Ellis questioned how Stevenson could recover if placed in a similar predicament. Without the same level of power, he argued, Stevenson would lack the tools to shift the momentum in his favor. For Ellis, this discrepancy makes it impossible to view the matchup as a 50-50 contest.
I told him that Tank vs. Shakur is a 50-50 fight. And the whole B-More collectively was like, "Fuck out of here, Najee. Sakata." Like the whole gym, it was crazy.
Shakur Stevenson has offered some insight into the possibility of a future clash with Gervonta Davis, fueling excitement that the Titanic showdown may be drawing closer. Rumors have been swirling about a high-stakes All-American unification bout, with Davis potentially putting his WBA lightweight title on the line. Despite lingering concerns about Stevenson's ability to generate pay-per-view interest, the two camps appear to have made progress in negotiations. In an interview with Boxing News, Shakur confirmed that discussions had taken place, though the situation remains in a holding pattern. According to Stevenson, his team has expressed their willingness to make the fight happen, leaving the ball in Davis's court.
His team? Yeah, only thing that I heard was they was trying to, I guess they wanted to make the fight, and we just told them to send an offer. We ain't hit nothing back yet, but
Reports indicate that Shakur views this matchup as inevitable, emphasizing that both he and Davis are the top fighters in the lightweight division. He dismissed any notion that either competitor would shy away from the challenge, reassuring fans that this monumental clash is on the horizon.
I know fans want to scream and say all of these things. This guy's ducking, this guy. They want to find a person to say that somebody's ducking, but I ain't scared to fight him. He's not scared to fight me, and it's going to be a hell of a fight when the fight happens.
Stevenson is confident that their fight isn't just another big event. It could stand as the most significant fight in boxing today, while acknowledging other massive potential bouts, such as Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Shakur believes a skill-for-skill showdown between him and Davis is what true boxing fans crave.
That's the biggest fight in all of boxing. I don't think that is a fight bigger than me and Tank. Maybe Bud and Canelo is like right there, but truthfully, like we speaking skill for skill, and fight fans, the fight that fight fans really want to see, people that appreciate boxing, people that love the sport of boxing. That's the fight. So yeah, I don't see no fight being bigger than that.
While Gervonta Davis isn't outright rejecting a potential clash with the highly motivated challenger, it's clear that Stevenson is the one who wants this fight the most. Shakur took things to another level when he challenged Davis during an Instagram live session, further showing just how badly he wants this battle. At the end of the day, it seems like Stevenson is making the right move. After less than impressive performances against Edwin De Los Santos and Artem Harutyunyan, Stevenson is seeking redemption. And what better way to do that than by facing the pound-for-pound great Gervonta Davis? Regardless of the outcome, it would be a win-win situation for Stevenson. Whether he wins or loses, fighting someone of Davis's caliber would guarantee a big payday and a significant boost in his popularity. With both fighters in their prime and holding world titles, the stage is set for what promises to be a thrilling battle when the time finally comes. For now, the boxing world waits with bated breath for the official announcement of a fight that could redefine the lightweight division and captivate fans worldwide. And what's your opinion on this fight, fans? How do you think Stevenson would fare against Gervonta Davis, someone who hits like a truck? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.